So I've been asked a few times, about dyslexia, because I'm dyslexic, obviously. Otherwise, why would anyone ask me? So one of the biggest questions I usually get is, do you see things backwards? No, I don't see things backwards. When I'm writing something, I'll write something out, it's perfectly forward, and when you see it, it ends up being backwards. So I guess, yeah, maybe I do see them backwards. But it doesn't look like that to me, and when I'm writing them on paper now over the years, things have been corrected to the point where now I just write them in the same direction that everybody else does, so I guess I don't see or write them backwards anymore. It's a matter of perception. So you look at things in one way, and then someone else looks at them, and they're entirely different. And this kind of hit home recently because I've been working on my bulldozer. And with my mini bulldozer, the gearing has been off because the machine just moves way too fast. So it originally had a big, like a 5-inch gear on it, and I reduced that down to a 3, I think it is. And the thing is still flying. So I figured, oh, well, I've got this turned around in my head. I probably need to get a larger gear set. And one of the other YouTubers out there had corrected me on this. He said, no, you need to get a smaller one. And then it's like, I'm thinking, no, that can't be right. And he says, yeah. He says, it's like the motorcycles when you larger gear versus smaller gear. And then all of a sudden it clicked. And the reason why it clicked is because when I had the mini bikes, I'm thinking in one direction. Here's the back of the motorcycle. Here's my gear drive here. Here's the engine. I get the small drive up here. Well, the bulldozer is the other way around. The bulldozer, the engine's in the front. This might seem fairly simple to you, but to a dyslexic, it's a problem. Because when you look at things in one direction, it's like an entirely different problem. It doesn't matter that you just swapped it 180 degrees. It doesn't work out for me. So that's why it's handy every once in a while to get a little bit of feedback from other people saying, no, that's wrong. you were doing that wrong. Because chances are, if it looks like I'm doing something wrong, I am. Nice stick, man. He's doing something wrong, but I'm not going to tell him. It's a giant stick. That's why I get terriers. They're crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's dyslexia in a nutshell. You may be doing something right at one time, and then you'll be doing the exact same thing at another time, and a variable will have changed, and that will just mess up your entire world. And that's why dyslexic are they're real good at repetitive tasks. But they're not real good at repetitive tasks with variables. So like a repetitive task with a variable would be, say I couldn't work at McDonald's, for example. Because, well, I take that back. I could be a chef at McDonald's, so I could work in the back, and they'd say, triple decker, whatever with cheese. I'm on a program, I can go click, 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 all the variables will click into place, and now I'll have that down. If I was to work at the counter, now I've got to count money up there. Not gonna happen. Because it'd be good if all of our money was based on like three different things. Say if we only had 3 different kinds of money, and you only had to hand change back for those 3 different kinds of money. Now scratch that. That's even too much. Basically, I could never do it because I'd never be able to count the change in time. It would take me forever. It would drive people absolutely nuts. Thanks for the stick again, my man. Good luck with that one. And it just wouldn't work out. It'd take me forever to do the simplest mathematical calculations on getting change. Whereas everybody else will sit out there and they're like, well, that's easy. I can count change. And you're no dummy. Well, it doesn't have that much to do, actually, with being a dummy. It has to do with the fact that your brain just does not, thanks for the stick in the back of the leg, Tobes, your brain does not lock onto these concepts for one reason or another. And that's just how it works.